Welcome to the Anime Bucket Quest! Let's get started!
Welcome back, folks, to another thrilling episode of Anime Bucket Quest. I'm your host, Stefan Chais, and strap yourselves in, because today we are boarding the Flying Pussyfoot and taking a wild ride back to the roaring 20s and 30s. Today's quest is one of the most unique, chaotic, and brilliantly crafted anime of all time. We are reviewing the 2007 masterpiece, Baccano. Animated by Brains Base and based on the light novel series by Ryogo Narita, who you might know from a little light novel and also anime, Durara. Baccano is an Italian word meaning ruckus or noise. And wow, does it live up to that name? Trying to explain the plot is a challenge because, well, there isn't just one plot. There's no single protagonist, no simple beginning, and middle and end. Instead, Baccano weaves together multiple intertwining timelines in a massive ensemble cast of gangsters, thieves, alchemists, and monsters across Prohibition era America. We have a story set in 1711 aboard a ship where a group of alchemists summon a demon to gain an elixir of immortality. We have a story in the 1930s New York involving mafia wars and the accidental rediscovery of that elixir. And we have a story in 1931 on a transcontinental train, the Flying Pussyfoot, which becomes a bloody battleground for various factions. The brilliance of Baccano in its non-linear storytelling, the anime constantly jumps between these different years and locations, dropping you into the middle of a chaotic scenes and leaving you to piece together the puzzle. At first, it's unbelievably confusing. You have no idea who is who and what year it is or why people are killing each other. But trust me, that's the point. As the series goes on, the threads start to connect in the most satisfying ways imaginable, revealing how these seemingly desperate events are all part of one massive immortal ruckus. So, what makes the Baccano anime experience so special? First and foremost, it's the execution of that non linear narrative. The anime takes the events of the first few light novels, which are the mostly chronological in their own books, and splices them together into one single frantic narrative. It's like Quentin Tarantino directed an anime. The pacing is breakneck, the editing is sharp, and the way information is withheld and then revealed is masterful. It trusts the audience to be smart enough to keep up. Then there are the characters. This cast is enormous, and almost every single one of them is memorable. You have the terrifying, gleeful hitman, Lad Russo, who loves nothing more than violence. You have the timid yet surprisingly brave Jacuzzi Splot, a gang leader who cries at everything. You have the suave mafia members like Firo and the Gandor brothers. But to me, the absolute stars of the show, the glue that holds this eccentric, chaotic mess together, are the eccentric thief duo Isaac Dion and Miria Harvet. They are pure, unadulterated joy in human form. They are ridiculously stupid, hopelessly optimistic, and completely oblivious to the serious plots happening around them. Yet they somehow manage to be the catalyst for almost everything good that happens. Their presence provides a crucial comedic balance to the show's often extreme violence and gore. They are the heart of Baccano, proving that even in the world of immortals and killers, simple kindness and stupidity can be the most powerful forces of all. Visually, the anime is a treat. The character designs are distinct. The action is fluid and brutal. And the 1930s setting is rendered with a fantastic sense of atmosphere. From the smoky speakeasies to opulent train cars and the music. The jazz soundtrack is phenomenal. With the opening theme, Guns N' Roses, not to be confused with the band, being one of the greatest anime openers of all time, perfectly encapsulating the show's high energy style. Now, let's enter the speakeasy for our source material showdown. How does the 16 episode anime, that's 13 TV episodes plus 3 OVAs, compare to Ryogo Narita's sprawling light novel series? The light novels are, unsurprisingly, much more detailed. The anime adapts roughly the first 4 volumes, but it condenses and rearranges a massive amount of content. In the novels, the events of the 1930, 1931, and 1932 are told in separate books. The anime's genius move was to mash them together. This creates a more dynamic viewing experience, but inadvertently sacrifices some depth. The novels have a very distinct narrative voice that is lost in the anime. Naruto uses a lot of inner monologues and a breezy conversational prose style to get inside the characters' heads. The anime replaces this with visual storytelling and character acting. The novels also contain way more characters and subplots that were cut or streamlined for the anime. For example, the anime replaces a modern day Japanese tourist character from the novels with two 1930s newspaper reporters to serve as a framing device for the story. While the anime is a self contained masterpiece, it's only the tip of the iceberg. The light novel series goes on for over 20 volumes, continuing the story of these immortal characters through the decades, all the way to the 2000s. The anime's 3 OVA episodes adapt parts of a later novel to give the series a more conclusive feel, wrapping up some of the immediate plot threads from the train arc. If you finish the anime and are desperate for more, the light novels are an essential read that expands the world immensely. And now, for the final showdown. In the seedy underbelly of the anime world, a question is whispered: dub or sub? For Baccano, the answer is a lot clearer than most. This is one of those rare shining examples where the English dub is widely considered equal to or even better than the original Japanese sub. Thinking about the setting, it's a Prohibition era America. You got New York, you got Chicago, a transcontinental train. The characters are American gangsters, thieves, and bootleggers. Hearing them speak with authentic sounding period accents, accents, Chicago accents, transatlantic accents adds an incredible layer of immersion that the Japanese track simply could not match. Honestly, Funimation pulled out all the stops for this one. The performances are stellar across the board. Brian Massey as Lat Russo is a terrifyingly charismatic. J. Michael Tatum as Isaac and Caitlin Glass, who I had the pleasure of meeting at a convention, as Miria captured the duel's manic energy and heartwarming stupidity perfectly. The ADR directors did a phenomenal job of adapting the script to sound natural and punchy in English, capturing the hard boiled dialogue and fast paced banter of the era. Now, the Japanese dub is also fantastic, featuring an all-star cast of seiyuu. If you're a die-hard sub purist, you would not be disappointed. But for the definitive Baccano experience, the one that fully transports you to that time and place, the English dub is the way to go. It's a masterclass in localization done right. So, is Baccano worthy of your anime bucket list? It is an undeniable, resounding yes. It is a unique, stylish, and audaciously confident piece of storytelling that has no equal in the anime world. It demands your full attention and rewards it with unforgettable cast of characters, a brilliant constructed puzzle box plot, and a hell of a good time. Whether you get lost in light novels, stick to the subtitles or embrace the fantastic English dub Baccano. It is a ruckus you absolutely need to be a part of. Unfortunately, when I had to do this review, I had to find some episodes on YouTube, as unfortunately it's not available to stream on any major streaming platforms. You might have to go third party for this one. Hopefully, you can find it on YouTube where you can find the dub as well, because I was able to enjoy the dub really well. Like I said, it really fits the period that this takes place. So, that's it for the episode of Anime Bucket Quest. Make sure to follow the pod on YouTube at Anime Bucket Quest. You can also follow me on audio platforms such as Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and many more. You can follow me on socials at Instagram at the franchise. Keep those fedoras tipped. Stay away from the real tracer. I'll see you on the next adventure. As always, geek on, take care, and watch anime.